Alright, we're recording again. Just in time for the burp.
Hey everybody, I'm Griffin, and this is Theta, and this is a death battle. No, that's not our intro. Welcome to Stone-Faced Reactions, where we watch videos and then don't react to them whatsoever. Hey everybody, welcome back again to Stone-Faced Reactions. I'm Griffin, this is Theta, and this is our wheel. And we're gonna spin it, and we're gonna see what we're gonna react to today.
Here it is.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes a minute to spin up.
Got two red spots next to each other. It just throws off the whole symmetry. Ooh, and we're getting a death battle today. Goku versus Reverse Flash. Now, I have been getting Google algorithmed to watch this, and I'm just like, no, I have to see how this turns out.
Yeah.
I gotta wait.
Unfortunately, you got first pick. So...
with Goku versus Reverse Flash, how do I make this decision? Because Goku has actually fought people with time powers before, and Reverse Flash is basically heavily leaning on his time powers. He goes back in time and just messes with everything so that he can win in the present. I think that's his thing. Though I guess the thing is, I don't know enough about him. I know Goku could just destroy the planet. And he also has reaction speeds that are off the chart. He may as well be a Flash, but the Flashes all have that speed force. It's tough. So I'm gonna go with Goku.
So, I believe the person that you're thinking of that Goku fights... Goku doesn't even fight him. What are you talking about? That's Vegeta. Vegeta fights him.
Goku also fights Hit. And other people.
Who are you thinking about?
I'm thinking of Hit from Dragon Ball Super, where he has a power that literally stops time, and he goes behind people and then tries to stab them.
I'm thinking of, I can't remember his name, short green dude on Planet
Gildo.
Namek. Yeah.
Right, and Gildo also just shows everyone else up, because it turns out when you can just paralyze everyone, it's really easy to kill them.
Well, no, he holds his breath, and it stops time for as long as he can hold his breath.
Right, the world's most embarrassing Dio reference.
I don't think that applies because it was before that. Also, I don't know.
Did it come out? No, there was an older version of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure prior to that episode of Dragon Ball, I think.
Prior to the 90s, there was JoJo's?
Yeah.
Well, we'll come to that when we get to the Dio versus whoever battle, which you might see is also on the wheel.
Ooh, yeah.
Dio versus Alucard.
Oh, yeah, that's a good vampire showdown right there.
See, I don't even know Dio was a vampire.
See, that's why he can win, because if time stop is based on holding his breath and he's a vampire, he can hold his breath forever and thus rule the world.
I got through halfway of the first season of JoJo's, and I was like, this isn't the show for me.
It is fundamentally bizarre in every single season, and at the third one, they completely changed the game.
Yeah, but I don't feel like I should have to watch 2 seasons of a bad show to get to a good show.
Right, no, my recommendation would be is that if you don't like it, just go to the 3rd season and see if you like that, and if you don't like that, just drop it.
Alternatively, watch a show that you do like.
That is true.
My suggestion to the anime fans out there.
They legitimately are 2 different series. They just have transitive characters.
So I'm going to take all the anime fans aside right here, and I'm going to say, hey, you don't like a show, don't let peer pressure force you into watching it. Who cares if the rest of the internet likes JoJo's? Be your own man.
That's right, everyone. If you don't like it, you can just leave. If it sucks, hit the bricks.
So you picked Goku, right?
That is right. I have picked Goku.
Yeah, so Reverse Flash, Eobard Thawne, I believe, is that version. As you've already mentioned, has the power of time travel. Go back in time and kill Goku as a baby. I mean,
Baby Goku might still be hard to kill.
It's not his motive.
Old babies you could try to kill.
Well, it's not his typical motive. His typical motive is, I'm going to go back in time and make your life a living hell so that you become a stronger hero.
He has that whole, my motives are beyond your comprehension moment, too, in, one series or another, doesn't he?
I mean,
Which
not
is the
really.
standout line, I
Not
think.
really. Like he kills Barry's mother and frames his father so that Barry has a tough life, with the thought process of, "Hey, your tough life is going to make you a better hero." It's like, I'm a bad guy to make you a better good guy.
Wow. Yeah, his motives are beyond my comprehension.
Well, he also comes from the future. I'm just saying, I don't
It's
know.
actually like the reverse of Kang, like in Marvel, where specifically I recall his deal was he tries to manipulate the timeline so that he creates a version of every hero that he can actually defeat. So the Reverse Flash is doing the opposite.
I'm just thinking now that what you said is probably true, that of all the babies to try and kill, Goku is. I mean, he's not a particularly strong baby. He is still a Super Saiyan. Oh, yes, he's still a Saiyan baby, which means
Mhm,
that he can accidentally kill a normal human by mistake. At the same time,
mhm.
Reverse Flash, I don't know.
He actually does too. Like canonically, he kills his grandfather accidentally.
Yeah, but I mean, even then, that was when he was old enough to be sent out into a pod to try and take over our planet.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't know. Even then, Reverse Flash, he can really slow down time. He can just throw something in his throat and make Goku choke to death
Yeah, it's
as a
going to be
baby.
yeah, it's going to be very awkward. Honestly, like the bigger thing is that Goku can fly and people who can fly kind of have an edge against people who can't.
No, because I mean, it's hard to take into account because I don't know which kind of Reverse Flash because there's different evil flashes.
Yeah. Hopefully they
Because
narrow it down. There's only one Goku.
well, there's only. I mean, if it's Eobard Thawne, then well, my for the viewers out there. There's the evil Flash who can slow down time. He doesn't have super speed. He just appears to because he slows down time to move
Mhm.
fast. And then you have the other evil Flash, and I get them mixed up all the time, who is super fast. If that's the case, then this guy can also run on clouds and water and everything like that. Because the Flash can, and the transitive properties of the Speed Force, so can Eobard Thawne.
I vibrated my body so that I could bounce from atom to atom in the air.
Well, it's more of
Using
a
each oxygen model to increase my speed.
it's more of a surface friction thing, the same way that those water spiders can travel across the surface of water. He's going so fast that he doesn't have any traction. So like he's chasing after a plane that's going down. He's running down the smoke that's coming off of the plane,
Mhm.
and that way he can still go through the air. He can also super vibrate his hands and whatnot to go through materials.
Yeah, which is always like a favorite weird ancillary Flash power of mine, just like being able to sympathetically vibrate.
Because you
Which
gotta
they always
remember.
use that to phase through stuff, but they don't necessarily always use that to like do sympathetic resonance and like make stuff explode just because they're vibrating.
Well, I mean, it's part of
They don't always do
it's
this.
part of the. I can't remember the name of the Megaton Punch or something like that. Where where
Hmm.
he vibrates, but he also runs circles around the planet at light speed. It's how he
Yeah,
beats Lex Luthor slash Brainiac combination.
yeah. Still one of the like best scenes I've ever seen.
Because you got
Like
to
just that whole
remember
bit.
when he does that stuff, he's on the level of Superman at that
Hmm.
rate. Because he also heals super fast and everything like that. I think even if you didn't pick Goku, I would probably still go Reverse Flash.
Right. And
I think in my head it's still winner, but I think I'm also going to lose. It's a very confusing scenario that I think I'm picking right, but I don't think that Death Battle would have him win.
well, I have a secret to tell you, Theta. I've gone back into the past to make you a DC fan so that you would be fine with this choice, so that I would win. My motives are beyond your comprehension, but watching this video isn't.
Well, see, I want to don't want to spoil it for you, but I went back in time when you came up with that plan and switched out all your DC material with Marvel material, so that when you were trying to spoil me to make me a DC fan, you actually made me a Marvel fan.
Ah, no, I've been ruined.
That's the rules of Bill and Ted time travel. So long as I
Ah.
know what you're up to, I can go back in time and change it.
Oh, it's a good thing this is a dummy timeline. I can just go back to mine at any time.
Sure, but if we all realize that time changes in 1985 all at the exact same time,
Ah, yes, all time travel actually happened at the same year at the same time. That's where all the time travelers are, by the way. 1985.
yeah. Gotta stop Biff from getting the almanac.
All right, so let's go ahead and get our reaction.
2021 is Adam and Eve's 50th birthday.
And to celebrate, they want to give you a gift.
Oh, wait, Adam and Eve are only 50? Man, for being born at the start of humanity, that's really young, isn't it?
AdamandEve.com, you'll get 50% off almost any one item.
Then Adam and Eve loads on the free stuff.
That's a gift for him. A gift
Oh,
for
really?
her,
They have
and something for the both of you.
that character like that invincible. I still gotta see that.
Remember,
Adam
that's
and Eve,
offer code
not
BATTLE,
Adam.
BATTLE,
Oh, okay.
at AdamandEve.com
Well,
for 50% off almost any one item and 10 free gifts.
Well, I'm running out of jokes about this, actually. Advertisements are hard.
Especially one with the Viagra product. Sure, that'll come up halfway through.
Goku
How many
Black.
different
The
Viagras
body
are they
slang
advertising?
arbiter
Oh, right,
of
it's
divine
Goku
justice.
Black. He's
In
not
the
even as
reverse
strong as
Oh,
Goku.
I- changes things slightly, but-
fanboy.
They say imitation is the sincerest form of
I mean,
flattery.
Goku
But
Black
I'd say the
gets taken
sincerest form
on
of
by
flattery is not
Trunks.
trying to kill
So,
your
I mean, it's a
superhero
little-
husbando.
That's a different power level than you were talking
And
about.
it's our job to analyze
It's
the
a
weapons,
whole
armor,
thing,
skills
and he
to
has
find
a
out
whole
who will
time
win
travel
a
plot,
death
too.
battle. What consumes the thoughts of a god? What do immortals dream of with all the time in the world? In
It's literally
Zamasu's
the only
case,
scene I've
his
seen
one
from
goal
the whole
was
Goku
divine
Black stuff
justice.
was
Yeah, this guy's
Trunks
got
getting
major Final
angry and
Fantasy
powering
big bad
up.
energy all over him.
As
There's
the
build up to
assistant
that.
Universe 10's Supreme God,
I don't know why it came
Zamasu
up in one of my
prized
YouTube feeds
above
one
all
time. I was
else
like, yeah, I'll watch this.
cosmic
This
order
is,
and natural beauty.
you know,
Oh,
a
that
minute and a
reminds
half
me.
of
Did you know I
Trunks
can
getting
burp
angry.
and fart at the same time? Here, let me try.
Yeah. I will go ahead and say, I think Zamasu is, like, a little lame in his reasons and desires, but I mean, at least the character has like a cool design when he combines the Goku
Yeah, I
Black.
know those people too. His heart was clouded.
No idea.
Until
I'm
the
on record
day he
saying I
met
haven't
Son
watched
Goku.
With God
nearly
Ki,
anything
Goku
of
could match
Super.
blows with the God of
Oh,
Destruction.
I watched up to the end of the
Beerus.
Tournament of Power,
Their
which
clash
is probably
nearly
good enough
destroyed
point
the
to end off
entirety
on.
of Universe
Never
7,
even got to
a
do it.
cosmological structure
Mhm.
at least 9 times larger than our own universe. At
think I
most,
got
it could
to
even be
Beerus
as large as
deciding not to
13
destroy Earth,
times
and that
greater
was
than
it.
ours. Side note, it's
Oh,
worth
that's right.
mentioning that when
Destroys
two
the whole
gods of
multiverse
destruction fought,
stuff.
They were capable of casually destroying 2 of these universes.
And since the shockwaves from their punches traveled across Universe 7 in seconds, they'd have to be hitting way faster than light.
Goku was tapping into his Super Saiyan God form for this, though clearly not at its full strength. While the exact multiplier for Super Saiyan Blue is unknown, Toriyama
Well, we all
himself
know
has
the numbers
directly
don't mean
compared it to
anything.
the original
That-
Super Saiyan.
yes.
And don't forget, Goku trained with Whis
It
and
was
fought in the
literally
tournament
covered
with
in
Universe
Goku
6
versus
before
Superman.
Zamasu caught up with him.
Death
So
Battle.
by that time, he
Mhm.
was way
Twice.
stronger.
Here was a mortal with the powers of gods beyond even
We all
Zamasu's
found out.
abilities. Someone
all
who
knew
could bring his dreams
Superman
to
beats
fruition.
Goku
So
every
Sammy
time.
did what anyone would do in that situation. Kill his master to become the
Otherwise was
Supreme
an
Kai,
idiot.
wish on the Super Dragon Balls to switch bodies with Goku, and kill every single mortal in the universe.
And thus the deity Zamasu became Goku Black.
But man, Trunks just has it rough. Like every 2 years, someone tries to
Well,
destroy
you might be
Earth
wondering,
again.
why didn't he just
And
wish all the
basically
mortals dead?
succeeds.
But that wouldn't
So I
be
didn't
as
hear what
fun,
he
would
said. I
it?
was looking at
Black's
Bulma.
got all of Goku's strength and powers, but wielded by a genocidal maniac instead of that lovable goober of a monkey man.
And in keeping with Goku's Saiyan heritage and godly ki, Black can easily achieve the form of Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan.
But with a champagneful twist.
Super Saiyan Rose.
Rosé? Really? What is he, a suburban wine mom? Watch out before he unlocks
Yeah, that
Super
basically
Saiyan
describes
Live, Laugh,
Zamasu.
Love. He stole Goku's techniques too, like the instant transmission, where he focuses on a person's key signature to teleport to their location. He's even got the Black Kamehameha, which is a Kamehameha, but pink.
And with a Saiyan body, he gets stronger and stronger every time he almost
Exactly.
dies. He just becomes harder and harder to kill.
Which really sucks for the rest of the universe, because Black is kinda like if Goku just snapped one day and used his powers to their full murderous potential.
Like the God Split Cut, where he surrounds his hands with a keyblade to slice you to ribbons. He used this very technique to, kill Goku's family.
He can even extend this Keyblade into a huge curved one called the Azure Dragon Sword, which, along with his Kamehameha, confirms my suspicion
Yeah, there aren't
that
enough
Goku
like
is
people in Dragon
colorblind.
Ball who like
Actually,
decided
Black's Azure
to
Dragon Sword
like
is named
invoke
after a
weapon
legendary
styles.
weapon wielded by one
Why
of
would you?
Earth's greatest warriors. The
Because it's a
desert
martial
bandit
arts thing?
Yamcha.
Yeah,
Wait,
what-
what?
And he can
Ooh,
make a scythe
the
and slice
weapon
open
style.
space-time itself to create a bunch of shadow
Yeah,
code.
once they got to a certain
Black,
point with
not
like
Crater Boy
stuff
over here.
destroying
But his
planets,
most
it's
dastardly
hard to go
weapon isn't a
back.
key
Well, no, I
technique
mean,
at
once
all.
you get to a point
It's
where
the
you just
time
turn
ring
people
he
into
got from
cookies.
his dead master.
But
This
he
ring
That is
allowed
true,
Black
too.
to travel through time. and even
Oh,
escaped
here's
into
the time
future
travel.
Trunks' alternate timeline, where he had free reign over the entire universe.
And let him team up with his best bud, himself. Too bad Goku and company showed up to spoil the fun. But wait, isn't Zamasu in Goku's body? How are there two Gokus? There's only one Goku in the multiverse,
Timelines.
right? But Goku met Black before he met Zamasu, which means Black existed before Zamasu came up with the idea. And then they killed Zamasu before he could do it anyway, but Goku Black was still around? What the hell is going on?
Sure, it's a classic grandfather's paradox. The thing is, Black's time ring prevents him from being affected by alterations to his own personal
Oh, fuck
timeline.
you.
So, killing him in
Yeah.
the past doesn't change his future, and vice versa. He's almost impossible to kill because even if you do it at one point in time, he still exists at another point in time. And another.
All right, so
And
kill him in the
another.
past, then take his
And another.
ring. Boom.
Another.
Done.
Oh god, I hate time travel. Black has crushed Saiyans like Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks.
They don't
Hell,
dwell
even
a whole
Vegeta
lot
couldn't
on
beat
like
him.
the
He
mechanics
even
of time
merged with
travel,
the
mostly
universe
because
to
it doesn't
become
matter
one
to
with
them.
everything. Like I said, major Final Fantasy villain vibes here.
It took Zeno,
But it might
the
come
Omni,
really
the most
important in this
powerful
fight.
being in all of creation, to step in and erase that entire timeline just to stop Black's rampage. How ironic. Zamasu's higher calling was the eradication of all mortal life in the universe, and he stole the strongest mortal's body to do it. But in the end, he was always doomed to fail. His quest for power meant nothing against a being that would always be stronger no matter what he did or who he was.
And the universe ended up being
Well, that's
destroyed
the problem right there.
anyway.
His plan
It's
was
like
only
one
God.
big cosmic joke
He succeeded.
with no one left to laugh.
You've been running around
days,
making messes for too
God.
long, and now I'm going to choke the life from you.
Well, technically, the
I
original
can't wait to
universe is
watch you
still
die.
there.
Barry Allen, The Flash,
Yeah, Flash time.
is one of the greatest heroes in history, an inspiration to many across time and space. And there's no better example than his #1 fan from the 25th century, Eobard Thawne.
All right, Wiz,
That's his name, right?
we've tackled
Hey, there you
a
go.
lot of stupid names for things in our years here at Death Battle, but I'm confident that Eobard is the dumbest f***ing first
From the
name
future.
I've
You don't know
ever
what
heard in
naming
my life.
conventions are.
Eobard was
Yeah,
completely obsessed
future
with the
people,
Flash
you're on
and
watch. You're
dedicated his whole
stupid.
life to studying
He's
the
also a
Speed
super
Force
villain
like
that
a
started
total
as a
nerd.
janitor.
Good luck to him, because there's no way he's figuring that shit out.
That's also
But
like a
Thawne's
Booster
life
Gold
irrevocably
plot line
changed
too,
the
isn't
day
it?
He discovered a
Yeah.
time
He's
capsule
cool in the
from
future, so he comes back to the
century.
past, and he's
By
still
some
not cool
strange
enough.
coincidence, it just so happened to contain Barry's costume.
Which is
By
hilarious and
experimenting on it, Thawne managed to replicate the Flash's powers,
He keeps going back in
turning
time and he
himself
changes
into a
his own
mirror of
story.
his idol.
And
a
you
thing.
can bet he totally crapped himself when Barry Senpai showed up in the future and took him under his wing. It was a
Cool
dream
story,
come
one of the
true.
comics where
Until Barry realized that Thawne had
the girl he
fabricated
likes
crimes in order to
starts going out with
show
another
up
guy,
and
so he
save the
instigates
day.
that guy getting
Disgraced,
into a car
Thawne promised to
accident.
better himself before
and then keeps
traveling
trying
to
to
the
go out with
past
the girl,
to
and
prove his worth
she
to
still
his
doesn't
hero,
like him, so he goes
to
on to other
prove that their
things.
bond
He
Wow.
keeps changing his
That's
own
when
timeline
Thawne
to make
found out
himself have
that
a
Barry
better
already had a
future,
best
and
friend.
it doesn't work out
and a family,
anyway.
and a life.
Damn.
Without him, he didn't matter. He wasn't special. He was just a nobody Barry tossed out in the trash and forgot about. Like my Tinder dates do to me.
If only. When Thawne visited the Flash Museum in Barry's time, he discovered the secret identity to Flash's greatest enemy that in his future had been lost to time. The one Barry was fated to kill in battle. Eobard Thawne. Wait a minute.
Oh, ain't that a bitch? The shock drove Thawne mad.
Yep,
If he
destined
couldn't
to
be
die.
Flash's best friend, he'd be his greatest enemy. And I guess also ensure his own future death.
He would travel from the future to terrorize the Flash family in the past. Revenge in reverse. He'd become the Reverse Flash.
Reverse Flash. We're really setting the world on fire with these names today, huh, Wiz?
Thawne draws his powers from the negative Speed Force, which he generates with every step he takes, just like Barry does with the regular Speed Force. The negative Speed Force gives Thawne access to many of the Flash's powers, including his mind-bending super speed, enough to travel all across time and space in days. He can keep up with and surpass other speedsters like Barry and Wally.
Who once ran fast enough to cross the universe faster than two gods who could teleport. Wally even beat himself in a race, and Barry admitted Thawne was still faster than that. Wait just a second, he beat himself? That doesn't even make sense.
Oh, I
But
love
unlike
that.
Barry and
I do
Wally,
like
Thawne
getting back
applies his
to it,
powers
too.
more
It's like, wait, what?
catastrophically,
I'm sitting here
using them to
thinking
their
about
full
it. It's like,
potential
wait,
without any
let's go
care
back to
for
that.
collateral. Take, for instance, his ability to vibrate himself through solid objects.
I could give the whole explanation of like, yeah, that's how the basic move faster than light paradox kind of works, but it's just funny.
To Barry's wife Iris, and Barry did not appreciate it.
Thawne's vibrations are so powerful, he can even produce a counterforce that can reverse the destruction of the entire universe.
Pretty crazy sounding, but even B-tier speedsters like Jenny Ognats can do the same kind of thing. And when Barry and Wally raced each other, you were
Man,
tearing
what
up
a
the entire
universe DC is where
multiverse.
B-tier
Thawne can create
superheroes
shockwaves
can
with a snap,
reverse
phase
the
into your
entire
body and
destruction of
possess
the
you,
universe
and
at
even
will.
speak at such high speeds that you'll hear his
I mean, they
words as
typically
though they were
sacrifice
your
themselves
own
to do it, so it
thoughts.
doesn't really-
And instead of stealing your
not really
speed
count.
like
B-tier.
other Flashes, he can steal your time.
Yeah, Thawne can yoink decades from your life and age you 80 years in just a few seconds. Kinda sounds like
Yeah,
your
that's
sex
brutal.
life, oh, is.
But Thawne's
So,
greatest
I mean, to be fair,
ability
those
is his
pictures, those people
unmatched
weren't
skill
aged.
at
You don't
time
draw chalk
travel, and
outlines
he uses
around
this
old
expertise
people.
to be as petty and cruel as humanly possible.
Thawne wasn't a dummy. He knew that if he went back in time to kill Barry before he got his powers, he'd erase himself from the time stream too. So instead, he'd just make Barry's life suck as hard as he could. Push him down some stairs, retcon his best friend from history, kill his mom. He even told Barry he'd go back in time and adopt him as his own son. Dude,
This is
what
where all the
fuck?
memes
Another
come.
big
Memes come
difference
from.
between Thawne and Barry. Whereas Barry only went back in time to save his mother's life, Thawne often went back in time to try to fix his own mediocre life. He killed his more successful younger brother, his career rival at the Flash Museum, and every single boyfriend his crush had until there was no one left but
Yeah, there
him.
you go.
And when she still rejected him, he went back in time again and made her an invalid for the rest of her life. Jesus Christ! This
Oh,
guy's
fuck
a
him.
monster.
That's what I'm saying.
Wiz, that's impossible. Grandpappy
Stop having
Paradox
other
or whatever.
boyfriends.
If he went back in
Yeah,
time
he's-
to kill
he's just
someone,
straight
he'd
up
be dead in
the
future,
worst person.
Which
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 is a
means
whole-
he'd never know
I've
them and
given
want to
you
go
God
back in time
powers.
in the first
Let's
place,
see how
right?
it corrupts you.
Wiz, maybe
Mhm.
time is a construct with no legitimate unit of measurement other than the meager attempts man has made to
Time is
understand the
broken. Now
incomprehensible
there's
world
a
around
phrase.
him.
Well, actually, Thawne was just inside the time stream when Barry initiated Flashpoint, which rewrote the universe while Thawne was technically disconnected from it. So, Thawne essentially broke. Literally, figuratively, mentally, physically, temporally.
Or maybe he just hated Barry so much it defied the laws of time itself. Whoa.
More specifically, he became a living paradox, a being without a past or future, literally without continuity. Not only did this mean he'd be unaffected by changes to his past, it made him effectively immortal.
Stabbed
fuck
in the
you.
chest by evil Batman.
Well, we got two
vaporized
heroes who
by
can travel
Iris
through
and
time,
some
but neither of them
sweet,
are
sweet
affected
payback.
by it,
Or
so we can
getting
just
Dr.
cross it off the
Manhattan
list
by
now.
That's what
Louis
I was
Scott
just saying,
Dung
fuck you,
himself.
as poor
Thawne was
Paradox.
always reborn, unable to
Jose
stay
last
dead.
time.
But more than anything, it made him immune from consequences.
Unlike Barry, whose changes to time could destroy all of reality, Thawne could do whatever he
Could not be
wanted.
killed
He
by
was
Dr.
impossible to
Manhattan.
stop with no
my
reason to
lid.
hold back.
He's survived a hit from Barry while
Oh
he
yeah,
has
they had
entire
like the whole
Speed Force
Dr.
built into
Manhattan
him.
sort of
And even
mini-series
Wally's
thingy going
infinite
on.
mass
That's
punch,
right.
Yeah, I've
which
seen
has
all
the
that.
mass
It
of a
was not-
white dwarf
I mean, it
star.
was good.
A white dwarf is
I'm just saying
essentially
that
the remains
if
of
you
a
throw out
star's
a
ultra-dense
tidbit like,
core,
Dr.
which has a
Manhattan
mass of
couldn't
over
kill
2 octillion tons.
And he
I mean,
took one of those
obviously
to
it's
the
hyperbole.
noggin and
Dr.
just took
Manhattan
a
could
nap.
kill anyone.
Man, he must
It's
really
just-
hate Barry if a son to the face can't take him
Death
down.
Yeah.
Battle
He
guys
doesn't
think
hate
that
Barry.
he could.
All of his schemes, all of his machinations, all of his insane timeline-shattering threats, all of it was because
Now
it
I'm
was
just
the
trying to think,
only way
like,
he
you
could
can't
think
really
of to
scale
spend
Dr.
time
Manhattan
with
for a
his
death
hero.
Oh,
battle.
you didn't
Yes.
even you hear that?
Really sad.
His
What? What'd it
conscience
say?
Talk
was
over
wrong.
that.
He never intended to be the Reverse Flash.
The most
He wanted to
emotional
be
bit
the
of the
Kid
entire
Flash.
death battle I've
All
ever
Thawne
heard
ever
before.
really
You were
desired
talking
was
over
to be
it.
by Barry's side.
In the end, though, goody little Two Shoes Barry forgave him, and then vibrated away his living paradox powers, erasing him from existence.
Though not entirely. Barry didn't kill Thawne, he reset his timeline, removing the one thing driving his hatred, his relationship with Barry. Without that, Thawne was a normal, happy Flash fan once again.
It's Comics Wiz, he'll be back. And when he does, there'll be no running. He'll always be faster, he'll always catch you, and time is always on his side.
Still think you can take me? Even death can't catch me.
which only makes sense because
All
Death
right,
is
the
actually a
combatants are set.
speedster
We've
in
run the
the
data
DC
through all
universe. It's
possibilities.
called,
But
I
first,
can't
let me
remember,
tell
it's
you
like
how to
Black
reverse
Flash
things
or
in the
something like
bedroom in a
that.
flash.
Right, right. They have like
This
whole
episode is
things
sponsored
where
by
the
Blue
Flash
Chew.
is like running from them.
Years of hosting
So
a
what
show while
exactly
having
did I
very
miss?
few
I have to know
actual
now.
skills. It's that confidence can take you far in
Oh,
life.
that
That's why Blue Chew
his
delivers the
motivation
same
was
active
simply
ingredients
just
as
to spend
Viagra
time
and
with his best
Cialis in
friend.
chewable tablet
Ah.
form right to your
That the
door.
only way he
And
could
did we
spend
mention
time
you
with the
can get
Flash
Blue
was
Chew's
as his
tablets at a
villain.
fraction of the
But
cost of those
that's
other
his
guys.
The only way to
motivation
go
is
is
I want to
simple.
spend
Just
time
sign
with
up at
my friend.
BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once
Yeah,
you're approved,
the whole
you'll
villain
receive
friendship
your prescription
thing.
within days.
It's not really
It's all
friends.
done
Keeps
online.
ruining his life.
No more awkward conversations with your doctor or
make
waiting
him
in
a
line
better
at the
hero.
pharmacy.
And you can take Blue Chew anytime, day or
Blue
night,
is for
so
you.
you can plan ahead or be ready whenever.
So if you could benefit from extra confidence
I
when
went
it's
back
time to
in time
perform,
and I mailed Blue
can
Chew
help.
to
And
your
we've got a
mailbox
special deal
so
for
that it
you.
would
Try
ruin
Blue
your
Chew
day.
free when you use our
You know how
promo
every
code
time you
BATTLE
step out of your
at
house,
checkout.
I've
Just pay
been there
$5
and
shipping.
kicked you in the
That's
nuts.
BlueChew.com, promo code
So you
BATTLE
would buy
to
Blue
receive
Chew.
your first month free.
Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety
figured if
information.
your nuts
Thanks for
stopped
sponsoring
worrying,
the show, Blue Chew.
you'd have to go to Blue
now,
Chew.
it's time for a
What's
death
the actual meme? It's like I went back in
battle!
time and removed sexual characteristics from Lola Bunny in Space Jam 2 so that she would need Blue Chew.
Barry. I was the one who.
There it is. And just having some tea.
Mortals, sinners, prepare for divine justice!
See why he failed now. He's trying to kill a multiverse with
He's having fun doing it.
street level.
Excuse me, sir. I'm in need of your services.
Damn.
Almost all that distance.
Stand still and face your judgment, mortal! Okay. What do you think of this color? Is it not beautiful?
You gotta love the hey, Superman lets loose kind of thing. Just punch people through planets. You could have done that the whole time.
Yeah, some people brought out by the dark side. This is why you don't do typically with bad guys.
I'll end this fight before it even began.
Right.
Death in reverse!
Cartoon animation.
Mortals, sinners, prepare for divine.
Really good, the double laugh.
Yeah.
I like this stuff.
Yeah, this is hilarious. It's great. Both of
The
them can
only
just
thing that would make this,
instantaneously kill shots.
the only thing that makes it better for me is if Chuck Norris and Daisho came out of the black hole from season 1 Death Battle.
All things that look down upon creation itself.
Okay, this got ridiculous.
The work of a god. Empty threats to a living paradox.
How truly foolish.
Sorry, was that important?
There you go.
Soldier. Kill him, the bad, take his ring. I said it like an hour ago. I said it a long time ago.
How fun.
He's still not dead, I think. Oh no, he's dead.
He is
Okay.
dead.
We've sent enough people to that sun. We really
No,
should
I
I
am.
lost again.
I'm on a
This
streak
was a
today.
fairly tricky
Yeah, first
matchup to
pick and I
figure
even
out,
win.
least of all for their incredible levels of power.
Black could destroy a universe like ours at least 660 times over. I mean, a punch at least as big as a star
I
is
told
really
you
badass.
that I thought
That's in
Reverse
another
Flash would
league.
win,
However, there
but
was
I
a
thought
lot
they
more
were
to
going to
cover
pick
than just
Goku
how many
anyways.
stars
I
or
went
universes
with
they
who I
could blow.
thought would win,
At their
but
peak,
would lose,
both Goku
and
Black
still
and
won.
Reverse Flash were so impressive they were removed from time itself, becoming living paradoxes, making any attempt to kill either of them meaningless.
Stupid time travel.
It's
Yeah.
difficult to determine who would figure out a counter to this temporal invincibility first, but it would most likely rely on a combination of speed and smarts.
As far as speed goes, it's no surprise Thawne definitely had the edge.
Ultimately,
Black's attacks
Zamasu's
could reach
power
speeds
was not
quintillions of
innate
times
when it came to
faster than
time.
light, but Thawne is a Flash.
Even early in his career as a member of the Flash
He's a
family,
fucking
Wally
professor.
West could reach speeds that were impossible to comprehend and calculate. There are numerous examples of this for multiple iterations of the Flash, many of whom Thawne was clearly equal to.
Plus, he's kind of an expert when it comes to timey-wimey bullshit.
And he could likely overpower Black and destroy said time ring too. After all, Thawne once generated enough energy to counter the destruction of the entire DC universe, which is stated in comics to be at least 100 trillion light years in diameter.
Yeah,
That's
destroying
over 1
universes
billion
and
times
comparing it
larger
to
than
each
our
other.
own universe, and over 70 million times larger than Dragon Ball's Universe 7.
It's sort of impossible to lock down the exact limits of Goku Black's upper strength without getting into lots of assumptions and guesswork. He's obviously stronger than Goku was when he clashed with Beerus, but even being super generous with training and power boosts and multipliers, the gap here is way
being
too
stronger
wide
doesn't
to be
matter.
able to
Can't touch
just
anything.
assume Goku Black could match this level of power. The DC universe is just too big. And remember, Barry and Wally's race almost ripped apart
DC universe
entire
is
DC
crazy.
multiverse.
It's also important to stress that Goku Black is not Goku. Goku's drive and willpower can push through even the most absurd limits to potentially match higher levels of power. Zamasu took Goku's body because he's more than willing to take shortcuts. It's an entirely different mindset.
Yeah, and once he took care of that time ring, Reverse Flash had a lot more options than just overpowering
Like
Black.
this.
With that super speed, he could pretty easily scramble Black's insides or age him to death with a touch. Zamasu may have been a deity even without the time ring, but Goku's body is mortal with a limited range of age. Might have really screwed yourself with that one, huh, Zamzam?
Goku Black was a nightmarish foe, but Thawne's experience with time travel, ridiculous levels of hacks, and frankly impossible
dead
speed
before he
gave
threw
him the means to take the
Oh
win.
yeah.
This fight was definitely not sunderwhelming.
The winner is the Reverse Flash.
Alright, let's see who's
I hope you guys
next.
enjoyed that episode of Death
Somebody who's
Battle. If
already
you're
on
looking
the
for
list
something
or
else to
not.
watch, Season 2 of Last
Yeah.
Laugh is available right now
Gosh,
on
I
Rooster
think
Teeth.
they
It's a
just
show all about
started
contestants trying to make each
advertising
other
a new
laugh,
one.
but everyone trying their hardest
Can't
not
remember
to.
what it was.
If you laugh, you're out. Watch the first episode right now by clicking the video on the side.
Rules of Death Battle trademark.
Kool-Aid
Oh,
Man
Kool-Aid
versus
Man.
Macho Man.
A battle of the ages right
I think
there.
that is on the list.
Yeah.
Alright, it's win number 2 for today for me. I'm on a roll. This is the opposite of Season 1 and Season 2 of Stone-Faced Reactions.
No, your time travel shenanigans have worked. Now I'm making all the wrong decisions. How could you? How
What
could
you
you do
get
this
for
to me?
making me a Marvel fan.
All right. Well, before we get into more shenanigans, this has been Stone-Faced Reactions. I'm Griffin, this is Theta, and we'll catch you next time. See ya. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below, and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?